Hey guys, all right, so I want to talk about a product. It's called Just Eggs. It's a plant-based product that's an imitation of eggs, basically. I want to compare the nutritional content of Just Eggs compared to what a real egg would be. So the ingredients for this product, Just Eggs, is water, mung bean, protein isolate, expeller pressed canola oil, contains less than 2% calcium citrate, enzyme gellan gum, natural carrot extractive for color, natural flavors, natural turmeric extractive, onion puree, salt, soya lecithin, sugar, tetrasodium pyrophosphate, and preservative niacin and potassium. All right. When you look at the nutritional value, in context of vitamins, there's zero vitamins in it, at least zero labeled. So this is supposed to be a replacement, a healthy plant-based alternative to those nasty eggs that contain, cholesterol and saturated fat. So if we pop up now the nutritional content of real food, which is an actual egg that is just an egg, we'll see that there's saturated fat, 5 grams per one egg. There's nothing wrong with saturated fat. In fact, saturated fat is required to absorb a lot of the fat soluble vitamins that are present in this egg. It has, some omega-6, some omega-3. So the omega-6 is 0.7 grams. The omega-3 is 0.4 grams per egg. You have some monounsaturated fats also. You have cholesterol in there, which is required, knowing if you have done your research and you're not listening to old claims made by very poor science, that cholesterol, when people are talking about their cholesterol levels, they're talking about LDL and HDL, which are nutrient transporters that happen to transport cholesterol. So dietary cholesterol has little to no effect on total amounts of cholesterol in your blood. Your body, all cells as well as your liver, can produce cholesterol levels. It has a 1 gram of glucose. It has 6 grams of protein. We know that within a actual egg, the protein contains all of the essential amino acids in proper ratios, so it's considered a good quality, complete protein. Now, let's look at the actual vitamin content within one egg. For one egg, vitamin A, you're going to have 10%. Just in one egg, you have 10% of the daily recommended value. You have calcium 2%, iron in a absorbable form, you have 6%. Vitamin D for one egg is 15%. Vitamin E is 50%. Thiamine is 4%. Riboflavin 15%. Niacin 10%. Folate 20%. Vitamin B6 2%. B12 80%. Phosphorus 6%, magnesium 2%, zinc 8%, and selenium 35%. Another one of the B vitamins, pantothenate, is 20%. So you see how our grandparents used to have bacon and eggs in the morning instead of processed Special K and cereals. So you could see that if you were a guy who had 4 eggs in the morning, along with some sausage and butter, a little bit of cream, with your coffee, you could see how nutrient dense that sort of breakfast would be. I eat around 6 to 8 eggs per day, so you know that just with the eggs that I'm going to consume, vitamin A, let's say with 6, I'm already getting vitamin A 60%. That's not counting the other meals and stuff that I'm eating. Don't forget that vitamin A in animal source of nutrition is in the form of retinol, which your body can actually use. Beta carotene is the plant form of vitamin A, and it's very poorly converted in the general population. The body can use it The beta carotene anywhere from 65% if you're lucky down to 5%. So somebody who's only getting beta carotene because they're shunning animal foods such as a vegan diet, if you're genetically unable to use beta carotene and you're converting it as low as 5%, you're going to be deficient in vitamin A. So the issue with the vegan diet is not just about the vitamin B12. Also, we see that vitamin D, if I'm eating my 4 eggs, I'm already completing all the vitamin D3 that I need, which is essential for hormone production, especially testosterone, as we know that this vitamin D is in a form that is usable for the human body. Plants don't have D3, they only have D2. Vitamin E, if you're eating 4 eggs, you have 200% of the required vitamin E in your diet because it's 50 per egg. You're completing your riboflavin at 60% with 4 eggs, niacin at 40%, folate at 80% with 4 eggs. Vitamin B12 with almost 1 egg is 80%, so you're well above the vitamin B requirements. Selenium, don't forget that the magnesium, phosphorus, zinc, the iron are all in a form that's not locked out of the body, which often occurs in plant forms of minerals. So my question is, sorry about that, it cut out. Yeah, so when looking at the mock meats, the imitation hamburgers, the Beyond Meat, this egg product that is a plant-based egg product that is ironically called Just Eggs with no eggs in it. Why do vegans, if they're starting to be as bold as to claim that humans are not designed to eat these animal foods, why do they have to create imitation meats, imitation animal foods? It's because the human body will naturally crave instinctually the vitamins and the nutrients and the proper nutrition that's required for them. That's why the vegans have to make imitations, because they can't overcome, even after years and years, the cravings for eggs, for meat, for those things. You don't see people on the carnivore diet making broccoli flavored chicken wings and stuff like that. You'll notice that yeah, I just don't want to get too much into it, but I just want to show the irony of this new vegan, green, plant-based, super healthy meat is dangerous and eggs are going to kill you. Look at the nutrient density within just 1 egg, and then after you look at Just Eggs, the company, you notice here that there is 0 vitamins. So the vegan community tends to be concentrated very much on what's tasty. Oh, this is yummy, I love it, it's so tasty. Well, nutrition isn't only about being tasty, it's about acquiring every day the required nutrients. It's basically, you should have kind of like a checklist in your mind saying, am I getting a good ratio of omega-6 and omega-3? Is it in a DHA and EPA form? Not the ALA plant form that can be converted, I believe, I think it's the EPA is 6% and the DHA is 3.8%. So the ALA in the flax seeds that the vegans believe that they're acquiring is at least guaranteed well under 10%. So the milligrams that they think they're getting as omega-3 from a plant source, you have to convert that, and you'd say to yourself, whatever those milligrams are, it's well below 10%, the total that is being absorbed. And that's actually depending on your gut health. So you have to make sure you're getting your essential 6s and 3s. You want to make sure that you're getting a protein that is considered a good quality bioavailable protein with the proper ratios of amino acids. When you look at many vegan products, not only vegan products. What I mean is the way the protein is listed on all of our nutritional food is basically the brute amount. It's just an addition of all the amino acids, but you might have a very high protein source, like they like to compare the Beyond Burger compared to an actual burger and say, look, it actually has a little bit more protein. Right. So if you add up all the amino acids, possibly that's true, but it's actually missing a lot of the essential, or the essential amino acids are so low that it's not a good quality. You need those essential amino acids to be in proper proportion so that your body can use it for protein synthesis. So you have to go through that checklist. Am I getting a good source of protein? Which is a awesome complete protein is within eggs. Then after, you have to start saying, am I getting my vitamin A in a absorbable form? Beta carotene, if you look on the nutritional facts, what you'll have is sometimes like 300% of your vitamin A requirement, but it's in a beta carotene form, which again can be converted anywhere from 65 to 5%, like I just mentioned. So it can be very deceiving, and vegan proponents often don't like to advertise that, which is very dangerous. At least be honest about it and say, guys, if you want to go vegan, you got to watch out, because some people in the population can get a vitamin A deficiency very rapidly. What else? There's also, like I said, the iron, a lot of the minerals will be marked on it. Like, for example, heme iron is found in animal source of nutrition. However, in plants, it's a non-heme form. So even if you're looking and you're seeing in plant products, the iron in spinach, let's say, is very high, it's not in a form that the body can readily absorb. So the nutritional content is very deceptive. Also, the percentage of the daily amounts are not necessarily what is optimal for the human body to thrive. It's based on preventing nutritional deficiencies. So not only does the vegan diet require a lot of supplements and possibly skims the margin of those daily, the RDAs, it's not necessarily what's optimal. So it could be a lot lower. Yeah, possibly skimming the line of not being a nutritional deficiency, but far, far away from what the body needs to thrive. All right, guys, thanks.